Here we have our eukaryotics eukaryotic cell lab. So when you open up the lab document, which you can see on the left side of the screen, is going to talk a little bit about the interactive, the purpose. It gives you a lot of really good introduction and background information. So definitely take the moment to look through that and read that. And it gives you actually multiple times different links just to reinforce some of the background information. There's different parts to this actual interactive itself. And then you get to the directions. So when you get to the directions, you're going to click on that link. And here's the link here. Now, I'm going to show you what this looks like full screen. So full screen, you can have the menu open the entire time and still see everything. Because I'm split screening between the lab document itself and the interactive, I have to close this menu here each time. So you can click on it, it tells you to click on the menu button, and you have the cell functions. So you can click on different cell functions and it's going to give you different parts of the cell. Okay, so going through the different functions. You also have cell structures if you wanted to look specifically at that. Now we're going to be working with the cell function parts at the beginning of this lab. And when you click on different parts of the cell function, you can see the different 3D model of the cell right here. So here's everything clicked right now. And if you were to look at the different cell function at the top, you can kind of see everything here. You can also search if you didn't want to click on here. Okay. Now when we're going through the cell function parts of it, you'll see different parts highlighted depending on what you are looking at. So I'm going to go to my big screen again so that you can see that together. So if I look at this here, I can see the parts of the cell that are the sensing the environment, producing energy, dividing, removing waste, and so on. So besides just clicking on things and having it permanently stay there, when you're hovering over it, it will change as well. And notice when I move my cursor off, it goes back to the entire parts of the cell. So I'm going to go back to split screen here, and you can look at any different parts if you wanted to look at them. It's going to ask you to take screenshots. So if you're on a MacBook, you can do Command Shift 5. A lot of times that'll bring up the screenshot. If you are on a Windows computer, you can use snipping tools as well. So for like the first one here, if I were to click maintain shape, I can click that, and notice now I have all these different options come out. So I can click on the membrane, and it's going to allow me to then see the membrane of the cell. Okay, how we visualize the membrane, and then I also can see my membrane here. All right, how we see the full membrane and how it's covering everything. Now I don't have to click it if I don't want to. I can just hover, and it will also do that. Okay, then I can look at the different cytoskeleton. So I have like the actin filaments with the myosin. And again, everything that I do, I can, if I'm in full screen, look at everything in terms of just hovering over and taking screenshots as I'm doing it instead of having to always click on something, okay? Because your menu will stay on the left side in the full screen as opposed to the split screen here. So as you move through, you're going to see that you're going to be in different parts of the cell functions, and then you're going to be taking screenshots for each of these different parts here. Okay, then you're going to go to the sense the environment, tight junctions, and there's also questions you're going to be answering within as well. All right, what do you expect to see and why? All right, is also within it. Okay, and as you move through, you're going to go through all the different parts of the cell, and then you have some conclusion questions at the end. Okay, so hopefully that helps a little bit with, maneuvering and using this interactive. I'm going to go back to the full screen again just so you can see. So again, you can have your menu open and then click on things and just hover over instead of fully clicking on it. And it's going to show you all the different parts. So when you get to them, you'll be able to see that. Okay. So like example, the actin filaments, I can leave my cursor on here, take a screenshot of this right here, and then upload that to the actin filaments. And then I can go to the microtubules and do the same thing there. Okay.